Hello, this is the John Show. I'm back with my second episode of me ranting about whatever. Today we're going to talk about what I want in the 2016 presidential candidate, whether it be Democrat or Republican. I'm going to list 5 things, and I'm going to expand on each one about what I want in the president. First thing, I want the U.S. president to have a pair of balls. If the president does not have a pair of balls to say yes or no, or do whatever he has to do to keep this country safe, then he should not have signed up for the candidacy to begin with. I feel as though right now, Republican side, probably Donald Trump. Democrat side, I'm split on that one. Probably Bernie Sanders. I personally am a Republican, and there's not much to say after that. The second thing I want in the president we get this time, is I want him not to be a liberal, or basically I want them to leave gun rights alone, or all rights in general. Thing is, I do not own a firearm because my renting policy that I rent from right now does not allow it. But when I'm at home with my mother, when I go out, my mom and my dad, and I go for the holidays, I know where the gun is. I know how to use it. I know how to clean it. And I'm not afraid to use it. If someone busts through my door, they're not going to be happy. And they might not be alive by the end of it. Gun rights is a very important part of the American culture because it's the second thing on the list. It's obviously pretty important. Third thing is, I want them to have a business background. I want them to know about money and how it works. I don't want some career politician that raises the debt roof 1,000 times and we just go more and more in debt. Because that's retarded. The fourth thing I want is for the president to give a shit about the common man. Not just to take money from oil companies and shit like that. It seems nowadays that these career politicians just take money from the rich people and that's all they care about. And that's not how this works, and that's not why we elected them. And so, I don't know if this is the third or the fourth thing, but we're going to say it's the fourth. The next thing I want is for that president to not be corrupt. Because if you're a corrupt politician, then you're as useless as high school trigonometry. You're useless. You're not even worth having. As far as that goes, you can make your own assumptions on who's corrupt. I'm not going to get into that because that's not what this video is about. That may be for another video, but pretty much any politician in Washington right now is corrupt because most of them have been in the same spot for 30 years, and that's just not how it should work. The fifth thing, and the final thing I'm going to talk about today, I just want a good president that isn't an asshole. I've gone to a few places and I've shook hands with a few politicians, and you try to talk to them and they're like, I don't need to talk to you. I'm rich. I'm loaded. I got booze in my airplane. I'm just going to go talk for 4 hours and everybody's going to cheer my name. That's retarded. We don't need that in America, and it's retarded. If we had less retarded people representing us, we wouldn't be in the shithole we're in right now. I'm going to add a wild card to this. I want a president that will stop the war on terror. I said it. We are fighting an unwinnable war, and I want to send my respects to every service member who has fought in that war, because most of them believed in what they were fighting in, and I'm not trying to despair our servicemen at all. But the fact is that we're fighting an unwinnable war, and we need to pull our troops. If you read into the history of Muslims and stuff like that, they've been killing each other for thousands of years. Just let them kill each other. Let them kill each other out, and the neighboring countries can take over the land. I don't give a shit. Honestly, again, I send my respects to the service members, but we killed Osama bin Laden. We killed all the dumbasses who blew up the World Trade Center. There's no reason for us to be here. ISIS, well, fuck. It's retarded. I want our troops to be pulled back home, and I do not want another serviceman's life lost. Whatever branch you're in, if you hear this, thank you for serving. I tried to enlist, but I have a few things that medically disqualify me from going. I respect every serviceman that ever has fought in any war, whether necessary or not, but this is not a necessary war. Pull our troops out. Have a pair of balls to say, no, we are not going to save your dog and your children because you don't want help. Retarded. You'll probably have 60 wives anyways. You probably have 60 husbands anyways. God knows how many children you have reproduced. That's going to be the end of this video. I again want to say thank you to every service member who has served that sees this video. Thank you and good night.